welcome everyone to today's edition of your Frontier Opening Bell. I am Boasting Amafayo on behalf of Frontier Africa Reports. Checking through a very roaring trading day for a number of African exchanges across the west, northeast, and southern part of the continent. The GSE gave a very big shoot yesterday, 1.8% on the GSE All-Share Index, crossing a new threshold of 75,000. The Nigerian market on the equity side also crossed a new threshold for its first trading day of the new year, 43,000. The total market value hit 23 trillion local currency, the Naira. The index, as you can see, was up 0.77%, a very big jump brought by Boa Cement, Nigeria's second largest cement maker, and some of the biggest names in the banking sector, such as Zenith Bank and Tier 2 listed lender Wema Bank, on the news of its extraordinary general meeting, which has been approved by the shareholders to raise 40 billion naira in fresh capital from existing shareholders. The PRVM slumped, however, by 37 basis points for the French-speaking West Africa, while the Egyptian bourse was up nearly 0.75% for its third trading day of the week. The Nairobi bourse also jumped very strongly on this first trading day on Tuesday. That's 1.28%. Let me take you through some of the big news making headlines in East Africa. Kenyan Miller says they're forecasting that the price of maize flour will go up because there is a rising demand. And Total Energies of Kenya has named a Nigerian, Olagoke Aluko, as the new chairman for the operations of Total Energies, headquartered in Nairobi. And Telkom says it's unveiling a new T-Cash app that will boost consumers' experience in Kenya. And Rwanda has enacted a new rule that will govern the collective investment schemes, or called mutual funds or managed funds in different jurisdictions. The whole idea is to ring-fence collective investment schemes and prevent some unscrupulous individuals or organizations from ripping off retail investors. That's what the new rule is all about. Let's get into the West African market. OPEC Plus agrees yesterday to its decisions last April to pump additional 400,000 barrels of oil into the market effective February. That's a very strong optimism from OPEC and its alliances and other members such as Russia. They also decided to extend the compensation period for members who are falling or lagging behind until the end of June this year. The second meeting of OPEC alliance will be on the 2nd of February. That's just in about a month, for 30 days from now. In the meantime, oil prices climbed very rapidly. We saw the London Brent crude hitting $80.09 early today, and the US West Texas Intermediate printing about 77 and a few cents early Wednesday. Wema Bank, as I said, hinted earlier, is raising 40 billion naira in local currency to increase its capital adequacy ratio, what they call a CAR. That is going to be via issuance of 2 new shares for every 3 shares already held by existing shareholders of the company. That's now been approved. And the EcoBank named Eric as a new group executive director in charge of corporate and investment banking. And Flour Mills of Nigeria, by the acronym FMN, is buying 76.75% in Honeywell flour, which was part of the arrangement to get First Bank of Nigeria's loans to Flour Mills back into the bank under the regulatory oversight of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So that will give the chunk of Honeywell flour shares in the pocket of the country's #1 milling company, Flour Mills of Nigeria, which is also listed on the stock exchange. What becomes of the fate of Honeywell flour is anyone's guess. We are going to have an announcement whether Honeywell flour will retain its name and its listing on NGX, or will be fused into Flour Mills of Nigeria, PLC. And Senegal says its GDP rises 10.6% in the third quarter, ended 2021 at the end of September, about 3.7 trillion CFA from. Come with me to the Southern Africa community, where the President Ramaphosa has gotten the first part of that state capture report. That report was captured or was designed to capture activities of government under the immediate past administration of President Jacob Zuma. and all that happened, including allegations of corrupt practices and all of that. It's a report that everyone is looking into since the last 48 hours when that was released. And Sanlam Insurance, South Africa's largest insurer, one of the largest on the continent, says it has failed to raise the stake in Morocco's subsidiary of Saham Assurance. And Adapt IT has finally exited the JSE, that is the South African Stock Exchange, in the new year. And that will take over for over 616 million by Volaris. So that is in the news right now. A few other delistings from JSE is expected in the new year. And Zimbabwean Revenue Authority has named is replacing the head of the agency, Rame Kemasaya, who retires. There's now an acting director general in place to continue where he leaves off in the new year, 2022. Okay, let's wrap things up, as always, in North Africa, where Egypt is reporting the PMI that rose to 49 in the month of December, but that's slightly below water. 50 is your healthy reading, so Egypt is heading there from 48.7% reading point in the month of November, printed 49.0 in December. And the country's Egypt's e-commerce sector is expected to grow by 30% by the year 2022. And one of the country's largest financial services company, EFG Hermes, says it's closed 170 million Egyptian pounds of securitized bonds on the market. And Allianz Africa has named Abdrahim Rich as the CEO of his subsidiary in Morocco. Allianz has its footprints across the African continent in insurance, pensions, and other financial services operations. And Tunisia says its budget deficit fell 16% or so to about 4.5 billion dinars in the month of October, at the end of October 2021. That's a bit of a backward-looking economic data, just to add that to what you know here on the show. And that's about it for today on Frontier Opening Bell. Get a profitable trading day. Remember, you can go on our website, www.frontierafrica reports, to read a whole lot more and watch some of our videos and that we have there. We do live streaming as well of some events as we grab them for you across the continent. Remember to also go on our YouTube to watch this show as well as other shows and previous editions, and as well as our niche interviews. That's Frontier Africa Reports on YouTube. Remember to subscribe. It's free. Follow us also on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, and Instagram as well. We'll be glad you did. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.